welcome to Violet's Handmade Story. It's a different sort of video this time, and I'll tell you why that is. I'm going to redo my craft room again, and if you look at my previous videos you've seen I've done it twice before, but that's mostly rearranging furniture. This time I'm going to redecorate it, and I have four major pieces of furniture in that room. So I've got my bookcase, my table, my storage unit and my console table. So I've usually just rearranged those in different positions. But we've been here 3 years and we've never decorated that room. And it's been white all the time we've been here. So I've decided I'm going to do it all up. I've chose some lovely paper and paint and a nice light fitting. And I've going to rearrange my furniture again. So hopefully that will be good. And the thing is, I had planned for it to happen this week. And so I moved all the stuff out of that room into this spare room, which I'll show you in a minute. And now I've had the news that I can't do it this week. It has to be done on the 29th of July. So another 3 weeks' time. So I've not been able to do any journal making or any crafts for videos in that room. But I have been doing my art journaling and other journal stuff in there. But it's really not the nicest room to be in at the moment because it's bare and I can't get to everything. I've got some nice vintage pieces to go in the new one. So it's going to be exciting reveal. I've already done a before video, so I'm going to do an after video when it's done. And I'll put that on probably the 5th of August when the decorating's been done and all the furniture's been put back and all the things are back in place. So the next video will probably be around the beginning of August. So I thought, well, I didn't want to leave it too long before I spoke to you because the last one was a month ago. So I thought I'll put this one in just to update you on why I've not been doing any journals. Although they are still for sale in my Etsy shop, and I'll put the link of that shop in the description below. So yes, I've been doing some shopping, and I've got some nice vintage storage solutions because the theme is going to be sort of timeless vintage. That's what I'm looking for. So I've got a bit of wooden furniture and some really nice old stuff that I'll show you when I do the after video. So I'm going to show you what it looks like in here, and you'll maybe get a feel for why it's a bit annoying that I've got to wait another 3 weeks. So I'll just turn the camera around to show you. So as you can see, everything is just stored in this room for now. And it's been like this since the beginning of June. And it is getting on a little bit on our nerves. But there's nothing I can do about it. I've got to leave everything in. There's no point putting it all back in now for 3 weeks and then taking it all out again. So this is how it looks at the moment. I'll not show you too much because there's some things here that are new and I want to show you them on the reveal. So I thought we could maybe go outside for a little bit. It's lovely and sunny outside, and I thought I might show you my garden because I've been doing that up also. And it's looking good today because it's sunny and the roses are out. So let's go. And here we are outside on this lovely sunny day, and here is my garden. So I'm just going to talk you through what I've got growing at the moment. So I'm going to start here. So I had some pansies left over from a planting project I was doing, so I've put them in there. I've got strawberries growing here. This is my salad garden. So I've got chives. We have so we've got rocket down at the bottom, Mizuna here, and mixed lettuce leaves here. And at the top I've got some tumbling tom tomatoes. They're not really that red at the moment, but they're coming on. Then I've got sage, growing, and some thyme and some mint. And you can really smell that mint this morning. Here is it's called Sweet Honey Rose. Now, it was full of roses not long ago, but I had to cut it back because they weren't growing as good. So I've fed it and cut it back, and I'm getting some buds on it again. So it's a shame that you couldn't see them today, but they're really lovely. Sweet Honey, it's called. Excuse the bins. So let's start here. This Paris, I've got 2 of these. This one, I've had these about 10 years and they always do well. And I bought them when there was tiny, tiny plants. And they always do well here. That's Confucius. My children bought me him about 20 years ago. This Oster is called Prince of Wales. And it's doing really well. Most of the plants in this garden are 2.5 years in this garden, so not long, so they've done well. When we got the house, it was just a grass and a small patio, but we've made this bed a little bit bigger. This Sambuca was already here. There was only 2 plants here when we moved in, so this Sambuca was one of them, but it's starting to come out with pink on it. This Oster is a Japanese variety. We only just got this one. I'll show you what it is. It's Oscar Kiren Yaku. Oster. Doing well. They do well here because it's shady spot. Got primroses. These Astilbes aren't really doing very well. I don't know why. So if you're good on Astilbes, let me know what I'm doing wrong there. Perhaps they don't like the shade. We put this fuchsia in here because it's white and they like the shade, and it's a dark area so it brightens it up. And we've got lots of astranthias who did really well this year, but they're slowly dying off now. This Oster is called Patriot. At the back there, that Ace was given us as a moving in present. And this maple was already here when we moved in. This hydrangea is called Whims Red. It's white at the moment, but it turns pink and then goes red towards the autumn. That's an astranthia coming out again. We've got lavender. We put this trellis up because this wall was bare. So on the trellis we've got passion flowers, honeysuckle, this is Uptic Cream Tick Seed, and this is Guara. And we've got a little pond here that we made with a washing up bowl, and we've got some pond plants in that's doing well. Got primroses around the garden. Obviously the sun's dried some things out. This rose is called Generous Gardener, and it is a profusion of roses last week. But it's coming back. And another Guara. Another Uptic Cream Tick Seed. We've got Bistort, and we're trying to grow some baby's breath just there for flower arranging, but it's slow but sure. Rosemary, and then we've got some lilies, saxifrage, some small miniature red hot pokers. It's sunny so you can't really see them very well. Some aubrietia that's dried up a little bit, poppies that's self-seeded, and this is called Profusion. It's fleabane, but it comes up every year and it gets bigger every year, so we've scattered it about this bed. And then at the end we've got an Achillea. Then in the pots we've got dahlias. These are zinnias, Purple Splash, and Calibratia. This is Pharaoh's Eyes, and it comes up blue in the spring. I think it's coming back for a bit. And my niece gave me these 2 pots. I've got this one, stone pots, and in the pots, don't look very much at the moment, but there's pansies, lobelia, trailing geranium, and there's a bulb in there which is Agapanthus Queen Mum. Then we've got New Zealand flax, and then behind that we've got bacopa, which is white flowers, and some more small petunias. There's the other pot. So it's the same thing, it's got geranium, but this Queen Mum is better looking, but I can't see any buds on it yet. I don't know why, because it's getting enough sun. And pansies here, and some trailing lobelia. And here we've got calabosia, zinnias, and purple splash again. And in here is saxifrage that comes up every year. And then this rose bush is doing really well. It's called Prince Jardinier. And they come out in pink roses, tiny pink roses, and then they go really big and creamy. And then I've got a little fairy garden here. I made this for my granddaughter when she was little. And then we bought it here. And she still loves it. So I've got some plants in there and some little fairies. And that plant there is called Fairy Footsteps. And I've got a succulent there. A fairy door. And then my husband's got his dahlias growing in this rather large planter. Step back a bit so you can see it better. There. And so we've got more calabacia in this pot here. This is my other Paris. And then at the back I've got some more tumbling tom tomatoes, and some of them are definitely ready to eat. So as I say, when we moved in, this patio wasn't as big as this, and if you look at the slabs you can see where the original patio was. The dark slabs are where the original patio was, and then the light slabs there are what we put in. So we've extended it quite a bit so we can sit probably 6 people comfortably on the patio now, and we've just made room for more plants really. So I'm really pleased with my stone pots. They're quite pricey I think, but like I say, my niece gave them me for nothing. I just had to pay for somebody to bring them here. So when we moved in we had a smaller patio and a piece of grass and a small bed, but now we have extended it and it's looking good. And hopefully my roses will come out eventually. So I hope you enjoyed this video, a little bit different. You got to see me, but I'll soon be in my craft room doing more journals soon, hopefully. And let's hope the next 3 weeks goes past fairly quickly, only because I want to get in there and get crafting. So see you in about 3 weeks time then. Bye.